Right, Pezza, I am going to lose all three people that are watching this video because it is a rare win. A rare win for Australians on the internet today. And here's what I want to say. Fuck these shit pictures. Fuck the curator wearing team tops. Fuck the coach having a chat to the curator at lunchtime on day one. Fuck the captain talking about, if we win this game, might make a little bit of a grade seamer for the fourth test. Fuck yeah, one spinner having a chat on Instagram talking absolute rubbish. Fuck with the other spinner making YouTube videos saying, well, here's how you actually bat in India. Fuck all of it, chat shit, get banged, fuck around, find out. It's a rare win, and now our team that we support sometimes is only losing 2-1. Hello, and welcome back to the Grade Cricketer. TGC, throughout the Border Gavaskar series, has been powered by CRED and remains to be powered by CRED, specifically the scan and pay feature on the CRED app. It is Rewards Deluxe, Pez. Then today, in many ways, feels like a reward for 6 days of hardship in the first couple of tests. You know what? I was nervous as fuck throughout this test match as well, and that's sort of been under the scanner in many ways that the scan and pay feature is on the CRED app as well. Pez, talk to me about your emotions on day 3, session 1 of this test match. How do you feel right now?
Oh, right now, I'm in the Shangri-La, baby, emotionally speaking. I didn't blink for the first 30 minutes of the day. To get doctors over all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I mean, we were starting our live shows in India by saying, look, you know, I was worried it was going to be 4-0, but now I'm worried it's going to be 4-0, fuck off. But now, you know, 2-1, the two sweetest words in the English language, 2-1.
A lot of people say Game 7, not us, 2-1.
2-1, baby. The two sweetest words when you're touring India. And now we move on to that requested green seamer in Ahmedabad. I don't know if Kamo's back. We tend to be able to bowl a bit of seamer, but I'm actually very grateful for the albeit belated humility that the BCCI is showing by offering now to prepare alternative wickets that provide a variety of conditions that we know India can provide when we look at what they can produce for other teams and other formats of cricket. Yeah, right. So for the BCCI at this point to come to the table and say, Ahmedabad, is a green seamer, and that is what they will produce in front of their Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, when our Prime Minister's over there as well. Full house at his stadium, I think is a wonderful show of grace and humility and an extension, an olive branch extension in the spirit of fairness and balance in cricket. And so I didn't expect it, but I think that's fantastic. And it really sets up a wonderful final test where Australia have the chance to secure a historic draw. So
now,
yeah.
Pez, you have sort of a calm persona. I'm dripping in overconfidence because this is one of the only days of this series, nay, perhaps this century, where we get to feel joy and the hope has been rewarded in my heart. And I just ask that we just are allowed to have this moment, just this moment. That's all I want, because I understand now, like, why Australians were hated for decades when they were controlling cricket, and the unnecessary arrogance that was displayed over and over again. And now it's India's turn, and I just feel like that team is so good. I don't know why they need to fuck around and find out like this. And it makes me happy partially that it's happened. But then, of course, I realise that I must take out several loans to pay next week's rent as the business collapses around us. But Australia has been brought into this series because the curator the curator of the pitch fucked up. And I think that he is now organising his last meal, which is exciting for everyone who had day 4 tickets. I'm not sure you people realise that. Actually, you see the execution of the curator, but that's how they do it. That's how they do it in the indoor. I was just to describe my emotions of the day in absolute bits. For the first half an hour, Jadeja and Ashwin were just fucking excellent, and 76 runs was like, how the fuck are they going to score 76 runs? The pressure was relentless, and then they changed the ball, and then different planet. And then all of a sudden, they changed the ball to a tennis ball, and then the game was over. And it was like, I don't see the issue with the deck at all. And I think most people would actually appreciate that this deck, if you know how to play it on these decks, it's actually, I think they could have chased sort of 250, 300 in the end. But, that's just the way the internet works. I'm sorry. Fuck me, I was nervous over the first half hour.
Oh, mate. And yeah, Kawaja's like second ball. Like, here we go. Ashwin's not even bowling square seam. He's bowling underneath the ball and it's gripping like a tennis ball to Velcro with grip ball you used to get for Christmas from your uncle who just had kind of gone on the dole and that was all he could offer. And you appreciated him giving you that gift because grip ball's fucking great. Take absolute hangers. But nevertheless, I digress. Yeah, I mean, everything that you wanted from a pressure-filled Indian team was there. Like Ashwin unplayable, Jadeja unerring, balls doing everything. 76 felt like a different planet from 1 for 10 or whatever it was. 1 for 7. I was like, I don't know how they get these runs. It's too far away. It's a bridge too far. And you've got not only the players playing well on the field. Like if I had to criticize one thing, it would be still not enough cacophony and chaos from the keeper, from K.S. Barrett. Not enough stuff behind the stumps, but thankfully they have that in a keeper in the commentary box doing that. So Dinesh Karthik just reminding us that that was a great delivery from Ashwin, and this is a hard situation for Travis Head, and batters have to work hard, and this is what makes Test cricket beautiful. Like this is his subtle efforts to kind of couch this debacle of a fixture in terms of the beauty of grade cricket for his employer, and also getting behind his team as well because he can't do it behind the stump, so he does it behind the microphone. All of that was great. I appreciated all of that. But then, yeah, I mean, if we're going to talk about the game before we get into whatever the fuck this was, Heady, beautiful. Marnus got through, hit the winning runs to ensure Travis Head ended on 49 not out as well. Good stuff there. And I reckon maybe 25 to 30% of the comments will be like, it was never in doubt, guys. Absolutely never in doubt.
Yeah, that's right. I feel joy for the players who have just had to. I'm not sure how much they consume. It must be hard to avoid, but like the absolute cacophony of bullshit that they've had to put up with for the past, I guess, 3 weeks. This must be sweet reward, just being given a chance in what has just been an absolute shootout. And the game, I guess, ultimately, if just looking back on the game, I think top of my head, like Kawaja's catch yesterday. In that moment where Shreyas Iyer came out and hit 26 off 29 or the other way around, it was and then Steve Smith's catch off Pujara, that's like that probably prevents Australia chasing 110. Obviously it's one down, but like when it the first 10 overs, Australia I think were 1 for 12, and it was like I've just seen it collapse, or like I saw it collapse fucking 2 days ago. Like I've just seen it, like they're just so in the game. If they're chasing 130, maybe Smith doesn't take the catch, maybe that ball goes for 4 and Pujara moves on to 63 or whatever. The entire game rests on those moments. And so, reflecting on the game itself, like, yeah, I guess it's been fun in the sense of like I was gripped by every ball, but it's just been a fucking shootout. And India have just brought Australia into the series because they fucked the pitch up. And I don't know, I guess that was kind of fun because my team that I support sometimes won the game. So I understand, like, if you complain about pitches, it's all well and good because if you keep winning, then it's like, well, you just got to learn how to bat. And that's why I'm going to make a video on YouTube.
Yeah. Just on those catches, we didn't mention it yesterday, like just a quick shout out to Cam Green's catch as well on the boundary. Just ice calm and being 7 foot tall, 1 inch in from the rope.
He's very tall.
I was going to say, I don't know if you caught this, but I don't know if anyone said this yet, but he seems to have an exceptionally big stride, Cam Green, out to the ball. I don't know if anyone's managed to point that out just with his height. A tall man, and he has a big stride.
Yeah, well, he's a tall man, isn't he? Yeah, he sort of gets a big stride in, doesn't he?
Exactly. Feels so good to say like that. Mate, I think that, like we can praise the players. I think we've done that, who has played well and who hasn't. I spare some great thoughts for India's batsmen who not only don't have the chance to show their excellent skill. I mean, fuck, Kohli's looked great all series. But, you know, when you're regularly getting out to a guy who's just fresh off the plane from playing Queensland twos, and Todd Murphy's been playing in fucking Tracy Village, you know, in Darwin, you're entitled to think like any danger of a deck, guys. Any danger of a deck. And what's worse for the Indian batsmen is they have to get out to Murphy and Kuhneman, who play twos in regional towns, and they have to go and face Ashwin and Jadeja in the nets. Like, do those guys get a fucking crack? Like Kohli would be stinging for a ball machine. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like just like 3 a.m. in the morning. Just I need to feel the ball onto my bat, please. Anyway, players aside, I think that
mate,
go.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, Kohli's average has dropped down to 48, and I'm just thinking it is remarkable. It is anywhere near 50. When the last few years he's had to bat on these absolute fucking shit tips, and he gets a half tracker from Kuhneman, who's basically playing first grade in Queensland, and he bowls a half tracker. Well, that's going to roll and hit you in the back pad in front of all three. So, good luck, you know. And in the meantime, he's watching Joe Root peel off, 150 Reds. He's watching Kane Williamson bat over there in in the basin as well. And he's be like, geez, get down to training. Do you want to? What do you want to do today, Virat? Maybe just some half volleys outside off. I just want to feel something, which is what I did relentlessly on a Tuesday afternoon, despite having a fear of the short ball. So I feel you there with that. Yeah.
So I think that because we don't get a lot of opportunities from a position of winning to talk about these wickets. Then it should be done. Like, it should be done when you win a game. Because if you ever speak about these wickets when you lose a game, you're just liable to be responded to by people who will say, firstly, cry more. Well, I'm all out of tears. But secondly, you're only doing it because you lack the skills to win. So the humble thing to do is to do it when you've actually won a game. These wickets are disappointing. You know, they go beyond the idea of providing variety around the world with decks. You know, like there isn't a truth to the ball a lot of the time. It is more a lottery than a test of skill. There is some skill, no doubt. Like all this stuff exists on a spectrum, just like my neurodiversity. But it's still like but it's still. It's gone too far, and what makes it particularly grating is now what appears to be the open admission that there is a structured, deliberate effort to manipulate the wicket to suit the home team for the moment that it wants. You know, like I think that hint from Rohit Sharma that they may order in a green seamer from Ahmedabad really gives the game away. I'm really curious to see what that deck is, because I think the moment you start publicly saying we will just prepare what suits us best, you're liable to responses from people that say like this is a bit less than fair. You know, this is not in the spirit of something that's equal. You know, and I don't know. I think, you know, that it also demonstrates hubris on the part of India, who are 2-0 up, to be speaking like that. I think you call out correctly, like, you know, Ashwin's YouTube channel saying how to play spin in India. That demonstrates a level of hubris. Doesn't mean these guys aren't great players. And I also think it demonstrates a type of insecurity as well about what is required to ensure a victory. You know, the BCCI should trust their players to win games. They've got great players. And I think they should be preparing wickets that offer a little bit more for everybody, rather than it being so overbaked, you know, on one side. Hopefully, you know, they've been hoist on their own petard, really, today. And I'll be curious to see what they do for Ahmedabad.
Yeah. Great way to put it, mate. And again, like to buttress your point, it is a spectrum. Like no one's got any issue with the ball spinning and like preparing wickets which are advantageous to the players that grew up in those conditions. No one's got any issue with that. But like when you're living on a spectrum where it's like it just becomes near farce, It's just the fuck around, find out. And I said this after day one. It does a disservice, in my opinion, it does a disservice to Indian cricket and the quality of the people in and around that institution, including the players. I mean, it's silly. Australia wins this game on basically the flip of a coin, really. Coupled with, as you rightly say, I think, like some hubris. So, it's 2-1. It makes it interesting, I suppose, for the series. So, again, India saving Test cricket by making it a live series. It's even to a live series, which is a completely separate thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's a form of pornography involving yoga students. But anyway,
Yes.
yes.
Well, it was actually formerly a BBC documentary by Louis Theroux. Yes. So
Yeah, or following
Hashtag
former
ASKTGC.
the former Yorkshire opening bat or current Yorkshire opening bat Adam Lyth after he was selected for England.
Adam Lyth. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It was a bio series.
Hey, hashtag ASKTGC. Couple of comments knocking about. Tom White, when does the footy start? Thankfully, the BCCI is obviously in cahoots with the AFL to get this done. This series,
Spot on.
This series has produced in 3 test matches 6 full days of cricket, and then 3 half days. Good stuff all round. Yeah, David Anderson, he just writes, front dog the shit out of it, just like Uncle Ian said. Jack Hudson said, Shastri said they left indoors pitch in the oven too long for this test. Is cooking a pitch different to doctoring one, and will they set the pitch on fire in Ahmedabad? I am curious as to whether it's a doctoring next time or a cooking. It feels, David Monica, feels as safe as a 3/4 sleeve punter pulling through mid-wicket circa 2002. Now settle down. That was a very safe feeling. Someone else whose bio is just, or his name is just emojis. When does the IPL start? Anshul Renard, you like this, Higgos? Says, every prediction is coming true, Higgos. Getting plummeted in India, I don't know, that didn't happen to me, it might happen to you, but still qualifying for the final, losing 6 for 20, 6 for 11 really, and then Australia needing 2 runs with 9 wickets in hand. How long before you become Australian lucky mascot? Ian?
I don't know. Something to look forward to, I suppose, for me.
Hunter Valhalla, and I think this is the main point to come out of this. The last thing I want to say. Go woke, go broke. Is this the rebirth of Smith as captain? Langer back for the Ashes. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, if you lose, it means you have progressive woke politics. So the reason India lost is because it was too woke. Looking forward to seeing Narendra Modi next week. Why did I do that?
See you later.